These games are ranked by ps4, a standard rating that averages gamer and critic reviews. Opening our list of the top 15 free PlayStation 4 games is Trove. Similar to Minecraft, Trion's voxel-based free-to-play MMORPG lets you be your own kind of hero. Save the universe from megabosses and grab your friends to set off for a grand adventure. In the latest update, Trove Heroes adds a new class called the Vanguardian to decimate enemies with both melee and range attacks. It also has a new biome filled with neon lights and bigger bosses. Build your own world and explore its nearly infinite realms. It has a play score of 7.44. Number 14 is Crossout, another free-to-play game without in its name. Targem Games' MMO action game takes you on a Mad Max-like experience with explosions and vehicular mayhem. If Loadout was a game about guns, Crossout is all about vehicles. Dominate the post-apocalyptic landscape with your heavily customized armored vehicle and tear your enemies to shreds. Create your own masterpiece and hear it roar. The game's primary source of combat lies in its intense PvP online battles. Destroy parts of their machines and take the upper hand by crippling their machine power. Choose from a wide arsenal of weapons and ride to Valhalla. It has a play score of 7.56. Number 13 is Star Trek Online. The galaxy is huge! Not 18 quintillions kinda huge, but Star Trek Online kinda huge. This sci-fi MMORPG from Cryptic Studios lets you voyage beyond the galaxy in search of alien species and new worlds. Featuring stories from the popular TV shows and the movies, it's bound to gather longtime fans of the series, including new ones. Create your own captain, set your course on the great beyond, and interact with iconic characters from the series. It has a play score of 7.61. Number 12 is Dreadnought. Traveling around the galaxy is one thing, but designing your own ship is another thing when it comes to Jaeger's tactical team-based space warfare. As an outlaw captain, fulfill your rewards as you take down enemy ships, travel to new battlefields, and befriend other players. Choose from over 50 ships and customize them to your liking. Find your role and build your own reputation to be a legendary space pirate as you earn fame and fortune in every battle. It has a play score of 7.63. Number 11 is Let It Die, a roguelike hack and slash that doesn't skimp on the bloodworks. Commonly compared to Dark Souls for its hardcore difficulty and heavy emphasis on death. Whether you perish, you are reanimated in other players' games, pitting you against each other. Master the art of combat and survive the hellish creatures of the Tower of Barbs. Defeat the enemies and other players to collect weapons and equipment that'll aid you in your journey. It's a hard and punishing adventure, and like they say, live and let it die. It has a play score of 7.64. Number 10 is Terra. Bluehole's massive multiplayer online game is unlike most of its competitors. Featuring a wide-scale open world to explore, it's known for its wide array of customization, intense combat, beautiful graphics, and a wide selection of unique heroes. It's the kind of MMORPG goodness you can find on the PlayStation 4, and it's free. Aside from its blatant pay-to-win features, the developers are doing the game a favor for its constant updates. If you're looking for something to sidetrack your WoW experience, this game might be for you. It has a play score of 7.77. Number 9 is Warframe. Space Ninjas. There's a certain charm to digital extreme sci-fi MMO, and for 5 years they've evolved into a riveting free-to-play co-op third-person shooter in every update. Be part of the Tenno, a race of ancient warriors with badass ninja powers and supernatural badassery. It's a PvE game at most. Players are dropped in massive planets fighting various enemies with the help of their friends or alone. Pick from its unique arsenal of warframes and grind your heart out to upgrade it to its optimal degree. There's a reason this game managed to survive in an ever-evolving gaming industry, and that's a good thing. It has a play score of 7.77. Number 8 is DC Universe Online. A stark contrast to their cinematic universe, this one offers players a journey to the superhero realm with a lighter and catchier tone. Fulfill all your childhood dreams and put yourself in the shoes of the universe's greatest, including Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and so much more. Side with good or evil as you customize your hero from top to bottom. Choose your own personality, movement, weapons, powers, and faction. Become the hero or the villain and side with your like-minded companions to vanquish evil or dominate the world. It has a play score of 7.90. Number 7 is Neverwinter. Based on the legendary Dungeons & Dragons adventures, gathering around a basement with tables and pens with papers in hand, it still leaves an inner longing to see the action unfold with your very own eyes. and that's exactly what Neverwinter does. From the makers of Perfect World comes a fantasy MMORPG set in the eponymous city of the Forgotten Realms. Play as one of the many race types and classes and take up your role as protector of a devastated land. Based on the deep lore of the Dungeons & Dragons universe, immerse yourself in its complex and layered narrative, topped with beautiful visuals and impressive voice acting. It has a play score of 7.93. Number 6 is the Playroom VR. Not technically a full-fledged game, but a decent benchmark for your VR needs. Sony's exclusive VR Buddy lets you test out your gear in its couch party madness. Its main purpose is to showcase your console's camera and DualShock controller. Immerse yourself in a new world and feel the vibrations with 3 built-in minigames where you can play with your friends. Interact with 30 tiny robots, go back to the iPad days of the PS3, and take care of a cat-like robot, a Sobi, or play air hockey. It also has 4 other DLCs that lets you make toys, play with an alien buddy, become a ninja, and work the stage. It has a play score of 8.04. Number 5 is PlanetSide 2. Nobody ever forgets about Daybreak's massive first-person shooter game. A sequel to 2003's PlanetSide, this MMO FPS can hold thousands of players in a single all-out interplanetary battle, winning the Guinness World Record for the most players in a single game. Continuing the lore of the first PlanetSide, head to the battlefield as one of the 3 competing factions, each with their own unique strengths and abilities. As with war, teamwork is key. Play your roles, coordinate with allies, and complete objectives together. It has a play score of 8.04. Number 4 is War Thunder. Conquer the battlefield from land, sea, and air in this massive MMO from Gaijin Entertainment. Maneuver iconic German warplanes, Soviet tanks, and the fleet of the Japanese Empire. Other than their vehicles, it also tries to offer a lifelike experience of war in modes like realistic and simulator battles. Study the game's strategic elements and deal with physics, accurate damage models, and base reloads. From time to time, the game improves with fresh updates that comes with even more devastation, new locations, game modes, and mechanics. It has a play score of 8.06. Number 3 is World of Tanks. Take it to the battlefield in this MMO game for more gaming. If you haven't played World of Tanks, then tinker around with heavies or lights, Chinese or UK, fast or slow, and blow the others away in this war game that doesn't take itself too seriously. With millions of registered players and a hefty amount of tank varieties, it's an addicting testosterone-pumped experience. It receives a play score of 8.11. Number 2 is Smite. Hi-Rez's massive ensemble of gods is something we'd love to soak our time into. This MOBA game takes you deep into a pantheon of various epic and religious characters, including Zeus, Thor, Anubis, and so much more. The game boasts over 80 deities, figures, and mythological creatures from the world's many lores and religions, along with a few questionable additions. Choose from a unique set of game modes and watch your favorite mythological idols clash like never before. It has a play score of 8.24. And the best free PlayStation 4 game so far is Fortnite Battle Royale. It's 2018 and Battle Royale is taking center stage in the gaming community. Epic Games rides along the hype train with their very own version and it's hella good. This standalone game mode from their somewhat forgettable main campaign is a pop culture revolution, memes aside. The game is continuously being improved by Epic and new surprising game modes that add flavor, especially the recent Thanos update. Now with more content and jetpacks, Fortnite Battle Royale has never been this good. It has a play score of 8.38. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below.